There were a lot of hangings in the old days. In colonial times, there were hangings in Portsmouth, Dover, Amherst, of course Concord. In Concord, the last death by hanging was at the State's Prison in 1939. I was alive in 1939. Some of these hangings are the stuff of stories and books to this day. In 1768, Ruth Blay of Portsmouth hanged for the death of her baby. Carolyn Marvin has published that story in a book called The Hanging of Ruth Blay. Good book. In 1835, Abraham Prescott was hanged in Hopkinton. It was the first time in American history that an insanity plea was seriously considered by the court. Of course, he lost. And here in Haverhill, in August of 1805, 10,000 people crowded Court Street right over there to see the hanging of Josiah Burnham. Josiah, while in a jail cell with two other men, had taken a knife and killed them both. Daniel Webster himself was one of the lawyers that represented the killer in court, but to no avail. Hundreds of articles have been written about this particular hanging. At the hanging, the minister, the Reverend David Sutherland of Bath, took advantage of the large crowd. He loved it. He gave a sermon that lasted an hour and a half, and the crowd loved it. But the man to be hanged was, the history tells me, entirely unmoved by the minister's speech. Just before he was hanged, Josiah Burnham told the crowd that he was a believer in universal salvation. And that is that no matter what he had done, the fact that he was now sorry and that he still loved God meant that he would still go to heaven. He then said that if he had not believed this, he would not have killed his victims. Like the sermon preceding this bit of information also seemed to affect the crowd. And by the way, according to the town history, the crowd was made up of whole families out for entertainment. Grandparents, parents, even dozens of children were there to behold the event. Good time was had by all. Right. It was a different time, all right.